Welcome to Spiritual Success, the podcast. I'm your host, Cynthia Stant. As a dedicated student of metaphysics, I have skillfully honed my intuition, mastered the art of meditation, and cultivated a disciplined spiritual practice that has led me to become a multi-seven-figure top sales producer. Today, I work with thousands of business professionals, entrepreneurs, and their teams to up-level their sales game and create magic in their business and life. On this show, you will see that all success truly happens when you authentically align with your intuition. So come, be vulnerable, be open-minded, and allow success to pour through you here on Spiritual Success. Hello, successful souls. Now, today is going to be a special episode of the Spiritual Success podcast because I decided to multi-stream. Getting creative over here, having fun, because this is what we get to do. Don't ever have to do anything, we get to do this. And I thought it'd be fun to talk to everybody on multiple platforms today. So, some of you are listening live on my Facebook profile. Friends, families, colleagues, clients, hello to everybody. As you're coming in, say hello. And then many of you are going to be listening to this on the Spiritual Success podcast. So if you're listening on the podcast, make sure you find me on Facebook. I hang out there often. I love connecting to DMs, listening to our, connecting with our listeners. I truly do mean it that I love to come up with content that I know that you love and not that I think that you love. And how do I find out what that is? By connecting with you, by getting to know you and learning what you're working on. What are your goals? What's working? What do you need more support on? I'm here to help and to serve in that way. So definitely make sure you're connecting with me on Facebook. And if you're here hanging out on Facebook and you haven't yet checked out the Spiritual Success podcast, make sure that you do. And also as a fun reminder, what we're doing for the Spiritual Success podcast for our listeners. If you are liking the show, I would love to hear that. And, that's what I'm here to do. I can't believe we're on episode 70 right now. But the thing is, if you like it, I would love for you to share it with your friends, to subscribe to the show, and just leave an honest review, 2-3 sentences. What you can do is take a screenshot of your review, send that to my team. So if you come onto Facebook, you come join us inside the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. Karina Cynthia team is there. She's our community manager and she's there to support you with resources for leading up to any of the master classes or workshops that we're hosting to support you and learn more about you and listen to what, you need support on so that we can create content for it. Go to her, Karina Cynthia team, send her your quick review and she's going to gift to you a $150 value guided meditation of the Spiritual Success System. This is the ultimate meditation that I put together for manifestation. I have meditated with so many different spiritual groups, religious groups. I went to the College of Metaphysical Studies. I have every mentor you can think of when it comes to mindset coaches, spiritual coaches, Reiki masters, intuitive practitioners, and meditation coaches, along with having a lot of business mentors. Now, I always say, make sure that your mentor has a mentor, right? And if you are a mentor, make sure you have a mentor. There's always somebody out there who has gone faster, gone bigger, who has had the experiences that's going to help you to level up in your success. And so today, what I really wanted to focus on was something that I'm really pumped about. Like I'm stoked. I'm not going to lie. I'm doing something completely different. And I love showing you who I am. I truly believe that your biggest superpowers are 1, being vulnerable, and 2, being willing. So I love leading by example on that. And we're going to do something like you've never seen before. So starting on Monday, that's right, in a few days, Monday, August 23rd. And if you're listening to the podcast here, it's actually today. So make sure you jump in and click the link. If you're watching the live video, you can see it's posted right up top to come and join us. But also if you're listening to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, iTunes, we'll make sure that in the write-up, it has the link there for you, so come join us, okay? So on August 23rd and 24th, we're hosting the Embodying the Multi-Six-Figure CEO Masterclass. This is all about addressing the mistakes keeping you from securing the next level of success in your business. So here's the thing. I'm really honored. It blows my mind. My heart can explode. I feel so grateful because we're celebrating. My company, Spiritual Success Experience, we are celebrating because we are here in the 1-year anniversary of having our very first client. So I just can't believe, reflecting back, how much we have accomplished, how many lives we've impacted, how many things that we've learned along the way. And we're definitely not stopping. We're going to continue to keep going. But when we look back, it's crazy and fun to look at the numbers. And we actually have women joining us in the program this week. They're signing up as we speak, which is so exciting. But currently, right now, as we look back on this past year, again, I'm okay saying it. It's totally part of my story. I mean, I was completely butthurt when it happened and upset, but I truly believe that everything happens for you, by you. Nothing's happening to you. So it was this time last year that I was fired from my executive sales position as a senior sales manager at a very successful business consulting company. And, I was really hurt by it at first, but then I realized, you know what? I've always wanted my own company. I always wanted to shine my light, and I wanted to create a bigger ripple effect. I wanted to leave a legacy. I wanted to impact women in my version. You know what I mean by that? Like, as my inner feminine beast. And I'm so grateful for the experiences that I've had. And I can't tell you, how much that has set me up for success. But looking back on this year, we've had 34 beautiful, successful souls come and join us inside the Spiritual Success Experience. Like, what? We've had over 73 women join us in our paid master classes that we just started 3 months ago. And it's because of you. Again, you said you want it. You love interacting on Zoom. I love seeing you on Zoom because I want to hear your questions. I want to vibe with you. I want to be able to support you face to face, virtually that is, but we listen. And so we started those, and over 73 women have participated with us on that. Not just that though, we've worked with 4 executive multi-7-figure clients, really helping them and their sales teams to pivot and just have truly amazing success. We've had 7 VIP women as well that we've worked with in one-on-one capacity. And it just blows my mind that all of that was in the first year of our company. And we started from scratch. Like I said, poof, blindsided. I wasn't expecting it. But I decided I wasn't going to go back. It takes a special person to be an entrepreneur. You do all the things that other people don't want to do, but that's why you get to live the life that other people don't get to live. And regardless or not, if you are not a CEO of a business, I always say you are the CEO of your life, right? I truly mean that, because a lot of the women we work with are executives. We have several attorneys. We have some financial advisors. We have some powerhouse mamas, real estate investors, that aren't necessarily, CEOs, but they own it. They claim it. They show up as the boss of their life. So I decided, though, I wasn't going to go back, and I was going to say yes to success, and I was going to invite God in as my business partner, so that I can serve and live my purpose and do God's work and have as much fun as possible while I'm doing it. So, it's amazing, but knowing what I know in business, knowing what I know in sales, knowing what I know as an intuitive woman and a woman who really understands metaphysics, it's pretty cool to look back in this year that we've had. And it was in our 4th month that we secured 6 figures in our business. Literally no program, no clients, no testimonials, everything just starting from scratch. That was a huge win. But then it was in the 6th month that we secured multi-6 figures. It was in our 9th month that we celebrated, a $70,000 cash month. And we're continuing to hit that and go bigger every month, because we're showing up as us. And I say us meaning like me and my team, like we are living our fullest potential. We are being our inner feminine beast. And again, when I say inner feminine beast, what I mean by that is my brand, my company brand. And it's not just something cute to say, it's fun to say, that's for sure, but it's really the embodiment of who I am. Inner feminine beast to me is everything. It's about doing the work. It's about taking action and embracing masculinity, but it's also making sure that you are embracing the femininity, which is receiving. And what I've noticed working in my previous careers, working with giant sales teams, being the youngest state portfolio manager in the world and one of 4 women in a very masculine industry, being the senior sales manager responsible for taking an amazing company from, low sevens to $20 million within 1 year under my sales management, I've learned a lot of the things to do and a lot of the things not to do. And then when I created my own company, when I created my own coaching experience, I always take the things that I love and I apply those, but I make sure I channel it in my own style. And then anything that didn't work out, I make sure that I avoid that, of course, or fill the gap of how I can make it better. That's what it's always about. How can you make things better? So every single day I sit and I debrief on my life. I make sure when I go to bed proud and I wake up feeling excited. And I do this by debriefing daily. It's kind of just like what worked, what didn't, and what can I do different? What am I deciding to do different? Because if you want to get change, it has to start with you. You have to be the change you wish to see. And so it's important that we recognize our mistakes. And it's also important that we learn to pivot. And what I like to do is be proactive and not even experience the mistake, but be several steps ahead. So I wanted to talk about what we're going to be covering in this special masterclass. Again, embodying the multi-six-figure CEO masterclass. Now, several women come to me and I love working with them. They're at all different levels. Some women came to me and they just started their business. They come to me because they want the confidence to be able to channel the inner feminine beast to have the best company possible. And there are women who have come to us, started their business, and within 5 months are having 5-figure cash days. Cash is queen, baby. But it's so cool. That's one of our youngest clients. I'm so proud of her. One of our other clients, actually on the opposite side, she's a successful attorney for the state of Texas, but she's not ready to retire. Instead, she wants to pivot and she wants to start her own company. But she also knows to be where she wants to be, she has to move across the country during a pandemic. She comes to me because I'm going to hold her accountable to get it done. And congratulations, a little shout out to Noelle. I'm so proud of her. Within 3 weeks, we sold that house. We booked the new place to go to, and it's happening, baby. That's what happens when you come to me. We hyperspeed. We get it done, and we see it through. So the thing is, though, what is interesting is that women come to me to up level in all areas of success. And what we've done thus far is so much of the embodiment work, so much of the energy work, because I really do mean this. Strategy is not that important. Tactics is not that as important. All the mechanics that you do every day, yes, they matter, but they're not as important as showing up as the highest version of yourself while you do it. Because it is not what you do that matters. It's who you are when you do it. So far in Spiritual Success Experience and all of the different masterclasses that we've had, all of the different workshops, we really focus on your inner feminine beast. And we focus on the mindset, energy, and embodiment work that's necessary. But with this upcoming masterclass, I'm ready to show you a whole different side of me. Again, as a woman who's been in an executive position for so long and is now somebody who's truly mastered business, who's mastered earned income, but also passive income, I'm ready to show you what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. And this is going to be not only what to do. Again, the best mentors not only teach you what to do, they teach you what not to do. And that makes me a really good mentor because I've messed up so many times that I can teach you not to do that. And that's why you work with somebody like that, because you go faster. You learn from their mistakes, you hyperspeed your results, and it's fun. You're always growing. So what I wanted to review is the mistakes that I have seen more women make, keeping them where they're at. So this is going to be targeted towards women who are in the 6-figure range, who are ready to get to the multi-6-figure. Now, here's the thing. I don't hate and I don't discriminate. This is open to everybody. Come hang out with us. I promise you, you are going to learn. I do not waste people's time because I know my time is my biggest asset and I respect that from people, okay? When you come, I never hold back. I give you as much as I possibly can. I was reviewing this and the worksheets are available. I think Edra's here and she was just looking for the worksheet. So you can contact Karina, Cynthia team inside Spiritual Success Sorority, or if you're hanging out here on the live with us, she's here. Make sure you DM her. But the worksheets are ready to rock and roll. They are beautiful. I have one hand because I have the microphone, but I want to let you know there's about 8 pages here. 8 pages of information. That's because I'm honestly putting like a whole 4 years of college that I wasted into this presentation. Like there's gonna be that much information that you're gonna walk away with major aha moments, instant breakthroughs where you're like, oh my gosh, I can see how I can apply this. And this is going to change and impact my business right now. That's important to me. I want to make sure when you come and hang out with me that we are creating a difference. We are making a ripple effect. We are changing and serving like no other. So you're going to see a lot of information here that's going to be really different than what you're used to hearing from me. So what are we going to talk about? I wanted to go over this. All right. First thing is, when I was working with 7, 8-figure clients, and honestly, it was really cool. I was working with, we had thousands of clients in the old company I used to work for. And I learned about every single different business. There was doctors, there was lawyers, there was coaches of every kind, mindset coaches, money coaches, spiritual leaders, all of this. And I got to see all of their businesses, and I got to be in their businesses, and I got to help them to develop their businesses, and I helped them to create sales and to really move the funnel and to be able to present and do what they love from anywhere in the world. And so being that we worked with so many different companies, I learned how to really, embrace how to approach my company, but I also understand so many others. And so what I've noticed is a few mistakes. One of the things that I've noticed is that very often when it comes to sales, let's be honest, sales is important. No, they are not spammy, scammy, sleazy. Sales are sexy. They are spiritual. They are serving and they are providing solutions to people. So we need to adjust our mindset of what sales are, because this is how we get food and water on the table. Okay. This is how it works. But also this is how we, provide for our teams. And this is why we're doing this. When we are showing up and we're doing God's work and we are giving, we are certainly allowed to receive. But what I've noticed sometimes is that very often we will just show up and hope that things go the right way. Even when we're really, really successful, I will meet several women who are, at the 10K a month level. They're at the 20K, 30K. And it's like, what is your plan for next month? And they're like, I'll come up with it when I need to. And for me, I'm just like, right? Because my whole life, I've been in charge of sales and managing sales teams. And for me, when my boss would come to me and say, hey, Cynthia, we have to hit $5 million on this one product. Go get it done. It wasn't like, all right, team, let's hope it goes well. Let's try our best. Because guess what? If we didn't hit that goal, it wasn't just me that was in trouble or fired. It was everybody beneath me that I was responsible for. So you better bet we always hit our goal. And what I took from that, I applied in my business. I don't hope for my financial goals. I don't try to hit them. I own them. I claim them. And most importantly, I plan it out. I believe in having structure. I believe in having strategy. I believe in having a plan, because a plan, when done properly, helps to become the blueprint. And it allows you to have the confidence to breathe and to flow and to channel, because you always know what your next step is. How do you do this? By working with the end result. Work with the end result and then work backwards. So I'm excited to show you exactly how I mapped out my entire year in December for the entire year of 2021 and how we've been able to guarantee to lock in our financial goals. So we're going to be discussing how we plan this out, how you go about doing this, and it's really going to be a wonderful thing when you know where your money's coming from. I always say, and this sounds silly, but I'm a big follower of Grant Cardone. I love him. I feel like you either love him or you hate him, but that's the whole point of him. He's just very over the top so he can make a point. But he always says, who's got my money? I don't like to say that. I like to say, whose life am I going to change today? And where's my money at, right? Because I'm serving and I'm giving. And of course, as God is my business partner, I say, God, in order for me to be able to do this work, I need to make sure that I'm able to have and provide the lifestyle that I need. It's a partnership. And so I sit down every day and I know where my sales are coming from. I know what I'm going to do because I know I go first and everybody responds. I have to show up. And so I know what I'm going to present. I know what my plan is. I know where my calls are coming from. I know where the next thing is. And I'm just going to show you really the mindset work, but also the strategy that goes behind planning and guaranteeing your sales. So we're going to be talking about that at the masterclass. Again, Embodying the Multi-Six-Figure CEO Masterclass going down on August 23rd. Make sure you register with the link that's provided here. The other thing is we're going to talk about how to make an entire month's worth of content within one sitting. This is life-changing. I really do say it. I say it all the time because it's true. I get done more in a day than most people get done in a week, if not perhaps a month. But it's because I'm smart. No, I do not wake up at 5 a.m. In fact, I'm like a 7:30 kind of girl. And no, I don't stay up that late. I need my beauty rest. I don't work on weekends. In fact, I don't even work on Fridays. And I take at least a 4 or 5 day vacation every single month in my first year of my multi-six-figure company because I have disciplined my mind and my time. Discipline is freedom, y'all. It is not punishment, it is freedom. And when you learn to really challenge yourself and to hold a standard and be a woman of your word, you can get so much done. But there's also creative tactics that you can do with this. So I'm going to show you how my team and I are completely already finished everything up until October for this year. But it's August, Cynthia. But of course, we're multiple steps ahead and we're always complete because I'll guarantee you, we will never miss a podcast release on a Monday. We're never going to miss a Metaphysical Mindset Monday, unless, of course, we're hosting a masterclass or workshop. We are never going to miss a Wednesday's Weekly Wisdom. We don't do that because we have a standard and we're prepared because we have a plan and because we do fun, creative tactics that make them enjoyable and easy to hyperspeed, quantum leap, and, get the results. So if you're somebody who struggles to come up with like, gosh, what do I go live about today? What is my podcast going to be about? What can I freaking say on YouTube? I don't have anything else to say. Let me help you plan it. Let me show you how we get it done. And again, this is what I'm talking about. I'm giving away so much because I want to. It feels fun and I'm excited to show you this different side of me, not just the metaphysical, spiritual, intuitive woman, but also really a woman who is obsessed. Yeah, I said it. Obsessed with business, obsessed with sales, and with having the freedom to work anywhere in the world. So again, for all my six-figure entrepreneur women, I'm really excited to be working with you to really help you to break that barrier, to get to that next level, to not plateau anymore and learn the ins and outs of what it is that gets you to that higher income. I love that because success, let's be honest, is so much more than just business and finance. It truly is. It's everything. It's your goals, your personal goals. It can be health and fitness and wellness, and it can be relationships. We love covering that inside the spiritual success experience. But here for this masterclass, I realize a lot of the times our goals are tied to the income that we make. And I want to be able to help you to do that because that's something that I enjoy doing. And I'm pretty darn good at doing it. So the next thing too that we're going to be covering for this workshop is how to have raving fans and really help you to establish yourself as an authority figure, engineer your celebrity, and really create a database that's controlled and be that community where people love to hang out so that you can build rapport. Why do you want to build rapport with people? Because that creates emotional connection. Why is emotional connection important? Because that's how you earn trust. And how do people purchase? One, they buy off emotion and then back it up with logic, but also because they want to work with people who know them, who get them, and that they trust. So it's important to know your people, to communicate, connect with your people, not just talk to the empty masses, hoping somebody's going to sign up. That's strategy, but it's also spiritual, hence spiritual success. But I'm excited to talk to you about that. So if you feel like nobody's ever watching the lives, or people aren't coming to your workshops, or you're just not consistently having multiple people come into your programs every month, let's address this and talk about a strategy behind it. One that is multiplied times a million when you do it as your inner feminine beast, when you put the energy into it and you back it up with spirituality. This is so important, but it's the mechanics that go along with the spirituality. It is the feminine with the masculine. Again, your inner feminine beast. The last thing that I'm going to be covering during that workshop is going to be how to be several steps ahead. So we talked about how we're going to be doing that in our sales and planning financially, budgeting and forecasting, but we're also going to talk about how to do this for our clients. I really mean it from the bottom of my heart that my clients' success is my success because their success is my reputation. Done. Period. Drop the mic. Their wins are my wins. You want your clients to be successful. Yes, that's where you're going to get your testimonials. Yes, that's where you're going to get your referrals, but that's also why you're doing this in the first place, to live your purpose and make a difference in the world, to help get them results. So in order to get your clients results, you can't just be reacting and thinking, what do they need next? Where are we at and what's next? We really need to plan effectively way ahead so that we can see the full lifespan of your client. You don't ever want to just have a client come in and then be like, okay, great, working with you. Bye. See ya. No. Your client is meant to be your client for life or for several years, as long as you're strategic about it and you can see what their path looks like and you're proactively coming up with what you know they want and need. Both of that. Do you realize that? A want and a need. Because it's okay. You'll see that a lot of people need you, but if they don't want you, that's a whole different thing. You need to make sure that you're creating what they want and need based off having conversations, off of being a leader, off of listening, and then channel that information several steps ahead of them so that when they're ready, they have the next progressive step to get into. So all of this, y'all, this is what I'm saying. We're going to do this in one masterclass, completely different than what we've usually talked about. A lot more strategy, a lot more tactics and mechanics, but all of it is going to be, presented and we're all going to connect as the fullest version of ourselves, our inner feminine beast, because all these things will help, but it doesn't matter if you do these things if you're not doing it as her. So I'm excited about that. And just so you know, that's going to be one session for Monday, August 23rd. The next day is August 24th. We're going to do a Zoom session. I love it. Y'all said, is it coming? Because we want it. We're going to do the Zoom session because I want to be there to answer all of your questions in person, well, virtually, face-to-face that is, be able to support you. Thank you for attending. And also too, I love to put out there, if you're excited about this, if you're like, oh, hell yeah, I've been waiting for Cynthia to share these kind of secrets and go over these mistakes. And I'm really know that this is going to be something that I'm excited about. I would love for you to invite your friends. If you know somebody who can benefit from this, again, this is for the woman who is at the 6-figure mark, who is ready to get to the multi-six. For some of you, you're at the multi-six and you're ready to get to that 7. Several of my clients are the 7 figures. And the thing is, we want to make sure that we are getting off that plateau. We're embodying our highest versions of ourselves, our inner feminine beast, but we are taking actions every single day because we go first. And the universe, our business, our clients, our leads, our lives respond. So we're going to show up and know what to do. 80-20 rule is real. It doesn't, there's so many times that I see amazing people spend time doing the wrong things. Glittery posts, shiny websites. They're important, yeah, but they're not what actually is going to make somebody say yes. It's amazing. My clients love having the Facebook group. They love having the worksheets and the weekly calls and all these, but that's not what it is. It's inviting them to plug into your power. It's you that they want, but you have to be the best version of you and you have to be the CEO, which means you're the visionary, you're the shot caller. You are the one that leads. So be the leader in your life, be the leader in your business, and let's go over what it takes to get here. So if you're coming, let me know. I'm excited to see you Monday, August 23rd, 12 o'clock p.m. We have a link to register so that you can get the invite to the pop-up group. Just so you know, this is not going to be in the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. We have over 4,200 women in that group. Amazing. But I want to have it in this intimate group so I can see who's interacting. I can engage with you and it can be a much more intimate level. So we're only low hundreds something now. So I'm excited to see it keep growing, but it's intimate. I'm going to see you there and be able to support you. So make sure you come hang out with us, invite your friends. And until then, acknowledge it, embrace it. Most importantly, see it through. See you later, successful souls. See you on Monday. Hey, successful soul. Before you head to the next episode of Spiritual Success, be sure to come join me and other like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals in my Facebook group called Spiritual Success Sorority. Everyone is welcome. And if you're loving the show, you're going to love the group even more. There, I'll be engaging with you weekly in live shows, listening to your input for new weekly topics, and hosting exclusive workshops for members only. So if you're looking to really uplevel your financial and personal success, meet me on over in the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. See you on the inside.